Oh my God, Kevin Smith. Seriously? That's what you're gonna do? It's gonna be a rant, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to this. If you can't tell, I watched basically the first episode and a half of Masters of the Universe Revelations before I just couldn't stomach it anymore, because holy dog shit. There's just so much wrong here. I mean, cultural vandalization doesn't even fucking cover it. Jesus. I mean, Critical Drinker said it best. This is completely endemic of everything wrong with modern pop culture. Just everything wrong. And yes, Kevin Smith lied. It was a bait and switch, yada yada. I get all that theory, guys. And that doesn't even bug me as much. Now, this will have heavy, heavy spoilers. So if you don't want to know and you want to see it for yourself, bail out. But overall, my unspoiled impressions, it looks pretty, but that's about it. I give it about a 3 out of 10. This, as someone said, this is like The Last Jedi all over again, and I'll get to that. Now, first off, He-Man dying, quote-unquote dying in the first episode, that actually wasn't that bad, and I understand the reason why. Now, Doomcock's point about Castle Grayskull being an illusion and all that, I'm on the fence about that one. That one doesn't bug me near as much, though I do like Castle Grayskull. And the whole thing about how Skeletor got in and all that, yeah, I understand people's feelings about that too, but that doesn't bug me near as much. That being said, what really bugged me about the episode was the ending of the first episode, because holy shit, I watched that, jaw dropped, like I couldn't even believe what I was watching. How? I mean, for as dirty as He-Man gets done the last episode where he is unceremoniously killed as Prince Adam, and that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day, and maybe someday I might get to that point, but it wasn't the fact He-Man, quote-unquote, bit the dust in the first episode, saving Eternia. That, in the moment, was handled the best, but the fallout of it? Jesus! Now, I'm not very religious, I just use that because I have no other word to say at the moment, but holy shit! Kevin Smith, what the fuck were you and your writers thinking? You took Teela and the original He-Man, who was caring, a friend, comrade in arms, everything you'd want out of a warrior woman, and you turn her into the most callous, uncaring, unempathetical, nihilist cunt. And that's the biggest problem with modern pop culture today. It is pure nihilism, and I'm kind of fucking sick of it. Look, does Teela have a bit of a right to be annoyed that, the secret was kept to her from He-Man? Yeah, she does. I'll give her that. Does it give her the right to sit there to a queen who is bawling her eyes out, to a father who's so buried in his grief for the loss of his son, to sit there and call them liars, call them terrible people, throw down your sword, walk out on all the people you were supposed to be leading as the man of arms, as their leader? Because they're all liars and my fifis are hurt. Just fucking wow. You just lost Prince Adam / He-Man, who is your comrade, who is your friend, who you've gone through multiple battles with. And you just trivialize all that pain into nothing. Quite frankly, it was disgusting. I literally could not believe what I was watching when I watched that sequence. Look, a little bit of a side rant here. As many of you all know, I have a son. He's about 1.5 years old. He is my only child. My wife and I have been married 20 years, and he came out of left field, and we call him our miracle baby because he is a miracle. We thought we'd never have a child. And now here he is. I get to hold him in my arms. I get to play. I get to love on him. I brush his teeth at night when, when I get a chance to get home and do so, and I get to be a dad. I never thought I'd have the chance. And the thought of losing that is probably my greatest terror. And to see that trivial, I know this is made up and make believe, but to see that emotion trivialized because Teela got her knickers in a bunch because, they weren't totally straight with her. Fucking wow! Any parent should be absolutely flabbergasted and outraged at how much of a cunt Teela has become. And she wasn't like this in the 80s show. And poor Duncan, the original Man-at-Arms, her adopted father, who basically just gets dismissed because he followed a lawful order from Miss Prince. And the fact that two of the people closest to him couldn't figure it the fuck out, I mean, come on. And the Richard Donner Superman movies, by movie 2, Lois Lane has figured out Clark Kent is Superman. And she's not around them near as much as He-Man's own, Prince Adam's own father, and one of his best friends in Teela. And she was also around him as He-Man. You seriously couldn't figure it out? I'm sorry, that also just makes Teela look like an idiot. And truth be told, when the king does that outburst against Duncan and dismisses him and exiles him, that was just douchebaggery. I mean, come on. He was following a lawful order from his prince and had served you faithfully for decades, and just because, he was told not to omit the truth, you dismiss him like that? I mean, I know you're in pain, good king, but Jesus, come on. I mean, as I wrote in the World Class, who thought this was a good idea? What the fuck is the matter with these writers? Oh, I just can't fucking stand it. R.I.P. Teela. A good, loyal friend who would always throw herself into the danger. Now a self-absorbed, self-centered, egotistical cunt. Who, and I did watch a little bit of the second episode, turns completely black-pilled nihilistic. Fuck magic, fuck Eternia. She is literally being told, because I saw later that, she's on the quest to reforge the Sword of Power. The universe will die without magic being restored. And she's like, fuck if I don't care. And it's only because of her, well, I'm guessing girlfriend is the only way. Nothing against it, but I guess just her girlfriend, her partner, is like, well, I want to be a hero, so I want to go do it. And that's the only reason where she goes, fine, I'll go do this. It's like, oh my God. This is, look, I'm going to make it clear to any feminists who happens to come across this video if you've watched this long. I don't like self-absorbed, egotistical, nihilistic, prick, asshole men. The very qualities we saw, I've listed out that Teela has, I don't like that in a guy. Why the fuck would I like that in a woman? I would love for all these feminists to explain that one to me. And no, not just respect all women. No. If I don't respect those qualities in one set of people, I'm not going to respect it in anyone. I stick to my guns on that one. To Kevin Smith, I only have one thing to say to you as I wrap this up. You are a soulless, black-hearted, soy boy piece of shit, and your writers are no better. This was not the way to handle this. Jesus Christ, this is terrible. I mean, everybody else has the right to feel the fury and all that, and, but for me, it's just the absolute destruction of Teela's character. And just the way she talked to the king and queen after they lost their only child, which has truly infuriated me. This is disgusting. I can't stand this shit. Anyways, there's my thoughts on Masters of the Universe. I don't even know if I can be bothered to watch the other 4 episodes after this abomination of a first episode. As I'm about to just pull a Doomcock without respect, reject, and just say, fuck this show, I'm done with it. This is an abomination. Not because He-Man died, but because of what you did to Teela. And how you trivialized the sacrifice of He-Man. And the friendship and all the camaraderie. Just so Teela could stomp away at their Fifi's hurt. Fuck you, Masters of the Universe Revelation. Fuck you. I'm Jeff. I'm done.